Remember this driver? I'm sure that person doesn't forget. And Fargo City snowplow drivers probably remember this person too. And a new push is aimed at avoiding this kind of problem, which they say slows down street cleaning by hours. Hi, everyone, and thank you for waking up with us on this Tuesday morning. I'm Jordan Schreier here with Lisa Badeau, and we're just getting started with your news and weather to the top of the hour to help you plan your day.
Changes could be coming to the way Fargo handles people who park their vehicles on the street during large snow events. Public Works Director Ben Dow wants changes to the current law that would not allow parking on neighborhood streets after 4 or more inches of snow have fallen. Dow says when they have to plow around parked cars, it drastically slows them down. And he says they're spending double the time clearing the roads.
One of our number one complaints is when we go around a car, we tend to leave a big windrow across the driveway because we carry it around the car. So that'll help and eliminate that for the property owner. The other thing we face is we have to go back and do callbacks because that ridge is left there. So we want to plow the streets one time and be done and not keep going back and chasing parked cars and chasing parked cars.
City commissioners will hold public hearings next month, and the law could be implemented by February.
Do we have more snow in our forecast today? Let's get a check of our storm team forecast with Lisa Green.
Good morning. Just a few flakes as a cold front moves through here this morning, and then beyond that, things are looking pretty good. But we've got some temperature slide happening today going on. You can see on our hourly planner, those temperatures just slowly going downward till we're below zero for that evening drive home tonight in Fargo. We'll get some sunshine eventually, but as a cold front moves through, we're looking at some cloud cover and the potential for a few flakes too. So here's a look at our temperatures right now. We're below zero up north, 6 below right now in Roseau, 2 below in Langdon. We're at 8 in Grand Forks, 17 in Fargo, and 20 in Sisseton. So you can see where that cold air is already starting to just sink into the valley, and that's just going to continue through the day. Winds are switching now to a northerly direction. We're looking at wind speeds in the teens. Could get some gusts into that 20-mile-per-hour range as the front moves through. And you can see where the snow is. We have lower visibility in Foston and Bemidji and over by Park Rapids, and then over by Cooperstown too. We're down to 2 miles there. Checking out your radar and satellite map, you can see where the snow has been moving through. It's kind of diminishing right now as we take a closer look. You can still see a couple of pockets of light blue on the map, but overall not looking impressive. If you do see some flakes, it'll just be a couple of flurries and maybe a very thin dusting on those roads, but overall looking pretty dry as this cold front passes southward. So as we look into the later morning, we can watch those clouds dip south, and then we'll get that drier, colder air taking over for the rest of the day and some sunshine ahead of us for the afternoon hours for just about everybody. Temperatures, though, are going to be pretty frigid. 3 o'clock near zero, and by the time we get into the evening, many of us already dipping into that single-digit range below zero in the south, and then some of us up north already into the teens below. And we continue that for several hours into tonight in the overnight hours. At some point overnight, we're going to get this warmer air moving in, and quickly we will see that warmer air replace this quick shot of Arctic air, and we'll see some clouds move through, perhaps a few flurries, and then looking at temperatures rising above zero even by 8 a.m. tomorrow, and then we just climb from there. We're looking at dry weather, generally speaking, and by the time we get to Saturday, a nice 30-degree forecast for you on Saturday, and a nice looking weekend heading into Christmas week as well. And now for a look at traffic, here's Devin Fry with the Valley Today's Traffic on the Move.
Thank you, Lisa, and good morning, Red River Valley. We're on I-94. We're heading westbound. Now, we just passed a solid line of traffic that's kind of backed up as people are getting ready to turn onto I-29. Now, once they get onto there, there's also a fairly strong line of traffic all the way from Main Avenue down to this I-29 turnoff. So those two areas are really the only areas facing any issues this morning, and even then, it's only a delay of, I would say, a minute or two. So overall, nothing really too crazy on the traffic flow this morning. You can see on the east end of I-94, things have kind of picked up a bit as well. Earlier this morning, there was virtually no traffic flow wherever you went, but it's really picked up to this point, I would say, in about the past 15 to 20 minutes or so. So it's going to be getting busier and busier as on, so if you haven't made your way out the door yet, I would highly recommend doing that soon. Now, road conditions, they're looking good this morning, which is good news. They are much better than anything we've experienced in the past couple weeks. There are, of course, some areas of slick spots, so stay vigilant today, but overall, you should be fine. Now, what day is today? It is Taco Tuesday, so Olay the day at Taco John's. For your traffic on the move, I'm Devin Fry.
Hundreds of people gathered in Perham, Minnesota yesterday to say their goodbyes and to honor a Minnesota National Guard soldier who died during military training. Charles Nord was killed 2 weeks ago near St. Cloud when the helicopter he was piloting crashed.
His funeral at Perham High School was the last of the services for the 3 soldiers killed in that crash. Nord was 30 years old and leaves behind a wife, a daughter, and an unborn son. Devil's Lake is the first city in North Dakota to raise the legal age for vaping to 21, and anti-smoking groups hope other cities will follow suit. The American Journal of Preventive Medicine says e-cigarette users are 30% more likely to develop a chronic lung disease.
With Congress trying to increase the age to buy vaping products to 21, North Dakota could be on pace to make a move of its own. Some Minnesota cabin and vacation property owners could be paying more in taxes. Otter Tail is among the counties asking how many days an owner personally stays at their property and how many nights other people rent it for brief getaways. The answers could include bumping the owner's land into a pricier commercial classification. And there's also a penalty for making false statements.
Most North Dakota counties will not have to decide whether or not to resettle more refugees. Lutheran Social Services, which handles all of the state's cases, is not asking for consent from any more counties. Additional refugees will be going to Cass, Grand Forks, and Burleigh counties because they're the largest and they best meet criteria for resettlement, including affordable housing, employment opportunities, and access to public transportation. Concordia College is making it happen for the FM Community Theater. Structural concerns at FMCT's building in downtown Fargo abruptly shut down the facility Saturday night.
That left theater managers looking for a place to stage a Charlie Brown Christmas. After a few phone calls, the show was moved to the Francis Fraser Comstock Theater on Concordia's campus for performances this Thursday through Sunday.
Hundreds of new parking spaces are coming to downtown Fargo. A development group is breaking ground tomorrow for the Mercantile, a parking garage at the corner of Broadway and 4th Avenue North.
Phase 1 will include 369 public parking spots. Plans also call for commercial space, apartments, public restrooms, and a police substation. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Minnesota is rushing to improve its cybersecurity after an internal whistleblower raised concerns that the state's largest health insurer has neglected thousands of important updates to its computer system. The company's top cybersecurity executive says the insurer has been working diligently in recent weeks to reduce its vulnerability for a cyber attack.
Internal documents show the company has allowed 200,000 vulnerabilities deemed critical or severe to linger for years on its computer systems, despite warnings from executives, or warnings to executives rather. Software patches were available in most cases to fix the issues. From the slam dunks to some insane tricks, the Harlem Globetrotters are going to be showing off their skills in Fargo.
Getting a look at how they put a show together, we check in with the Valley Today's Abby Furchner as she joins us with one of the stars of the show. Good morning, Abby.
Good morning, Lisa and Jordan. I'm here with Drake and Taylor with the Harlem Globetrotters, and you've made it look so easy this morning, but you're going to want to come out. They're making a stop here in Fargo on their tour January 3rd at 7 o'clock at the Shields Arena. But Drake, what is this upcoming tour all about?
This year is the Push the Limits tour, and we're going to be pushing the limits far more than we've done before. We have a showman by the name of Highlight who's going to be trying a world trick shot during each game. We also have the Magic Circle where we're going to be doing a glow-in-the-dark tricks with the ball, so it's going to be a lot of fun.
What is Highlight's trick again? What is that? What does that consist of?
Well, I can't spill the beans, but when you come out to the game, you get a chance to see it.
There we go. You're going to have to get tickets. You can get those up on valleynewslive.com, but one of your mastered skills is being able to spin that ball on your finger, but it took you quite some time to be able to master it, but every player kind of has a unique skill when it comes to their skills.
Yeah, definitely. It took me at least about 4 months to try it. I just kept practicing every day, and I kept breaking lamps in the hotel room. I just keep working on it, and now I can do it pretty well.
Okay, and he's going to teach me how to do this here. again if I can actually get it. So I have to put the mic down, but I'm going to balance it. Here we go. Ready?
Get nervous on me.
All right, looking good. She should be part of the team.
And they're going for it. Oh,
Fun
almost.
for a little while.
Yeah, that was still pretty impressive. Abby Furchner just about to be a Harlem Globetrotter this morning. Thanks for joining us.
Let's get our answer now to our question of the morning on Facebook. Here's today's question. Around 4 billion of us will forget to buy a gift for this person for Christmas, even though we see them almost daily.
The answer is your neighbor. And remember, you can take part in our question of the morning on the Valley News Live Facebook page. Go ahead and join the conversation. And today you might want to give the gift of like a warm hat or a scarf or something.
Yeah, we've got a quick shot of some cold air coming for today. So temperatures are going to be dipping through the day. We're also looking at maybe a few flurries, but overall, the forecast for the work week, the rest of the work week does look pretty good here today. Conditions are going to be rather unsettled here this morning before we get to see some sunshine. Just be aware you'll need to bundle up here in the forecast.
The Today Show and CBS This Morning are just about to start, but the Valley Today rolls on. You can join us for more live, up-to-the-minute news and weather right now on the Fargo CW.